Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Aqara has just released the Aqara P2 motion and light sensor with matter over thread. According to Aqara, this device is compatible with popular home hubs including Apple Home, Amazon Alexa, and Samsung SmartThings. Since the Homey Pro Hub is not included on the list of compatible hubs, I decided to test the connectivity of the new P2 sensor with Homey. I'll give you a report of my findings. I'll then provide you 4 reasons for why I believe that the P1 Zigbee sensor stands out as the clear winner for Homey and SmartThings users when compared to the newer P2 matter sensor. Let's get started. Before we dive into the comparison, I'd like to mention that this new P2 matter sensor will not work within the Aqara Home app at the time of this recording. Aqara is working on a new hub that will bring additional features through a matter-compatible border router, which will be available in the coming months. With regard to the question of Aqara's compatibility with the Homey Pro Hub, Atham recently turned on the Matter radio within the Homey Pro Hub to enable Matter over Thread connectivity. Even though Matter is still in beta, I found that the Aqara P2 sensor was quickly discovered and easily added to the Homey Pro Hub. After adding the P2 sensor to Homey, I was disappointed to find that the Homey app is incapable of sharing Matter devices with other connected services. This may be a temporary problem due to the fact that Homey's Matter is still in beta. I inquired about this shortcoming in the Homey forum, but as of the date of this recording, I have not received a definitive answer from the community or from Atham. Because of this limitation, I deleted the P2 sensor from Homey and added it to my SmartThings hub. The sensor was easily added to the SmartThings app and installed with the SmartThings Matter Sensor Edge driver. With the P2 connected in SmartThings, I then added it back into Homey using a Matter share code generated from my Apple Keychain connected service. With confirmation of the P2's compatibility with SmartThings and Homey, let's now review the 4 reasons I prefer the Aqara P1 Zigbee sensor when compared to the Aqara P2 Matter sensor. I'll begin by confirming that the viewing angle and detection distance of the P2 are essentially the same as the P1 sensor. So given that these sensors are nearly identical in form and function, the first reason I prefer the older P1 versus the newer P2 relates to cost. The P2 is currently listed on Amazon for $33.99 versus the former P1 that can be purchased for only $24.99. That $9 difference can really add up, especially if you're outfitting multiple rooms in your home. So let's look at reason number 2, and that's battery life. The P1 and P2 are identical in form and size. They are both powered by 2 CR2450 lithium batteries. However, the P2 is advertised to provide 2 years of continuous operation, while the former P1 sensor is rated for 5 years. Although 2 years of battery life is awesome, why settle for 2 when you can get 5? You may be wondering, is the expectation of 5 years realistic? Well, I'm going to tell you, I installed my P1 Zigbee sensor nearly 7 months ago, and as of this video, the battery level is still displaying at 100% according to my SmartThings app. Let's look at reason number 3. The motion detection interval on the P2 Matter sensor is lengthy as compared to the P1 Zigbee sensor. Based on my testing, the retrigger interval, sometimes referred to as the cooldown period, is between 55 to 60 seconds on the P2 sensor. Conversely, the detection interval on my P1 is at 30 seconds. This means that if you're using the P2 sensor to control lighting, you may experience delays in response time, which can be frustrating in everyday use. This sort of performance does not merit a wife approval rating. Reason number 4 is the inability to adjust the sensor detection sensitivity for the P2 Matter sensor within SmartThings. The P2 sensor is set to medium as default. There's no access for the sensitivity settings for the P2 Matter sensor either within the SmartThings app or the Homey app. However, within SmartThings, you have the option to install a custom edge driver for the older P1 Zigbee sensor, which provides the ability to adjust the sensor's sensitivity between low, medium, or high. Moreover, you have access to the no motion and the signal strength intervals in the device settings. Therefore, the P1 sensor offers much more functionality within SmartThings with the appropriate device driver. As a bonus tip, after making any adjustments to the P1 sensor detection sensitivity setting within the SmartThings app, you must tap the pairing button on the back of the sensor to register any change to sensitivity settings. Be sure that you only tap rather than press and hold the button. Holding the button will cause the sensor to enter the pairing mode. By the way, if you'd like to source the Edge driver and instructions for the Aqara P1, there's a link to my Bud Smart Home website in the description below this video. My website offers an extensive Edge driver package for a one-time subscription. The low-cost subscription gives you 6 months of access to over 30 instructional articles. To sum it up, the P2 has the same wide-angle PIR sensor and light sensor as the P1 and can similarly detect motion up to 23 feet away and over 170 degrees horizontally. It's essentially identical in all respects to the P1 other than price, connectivity method, and battery life. Moreover, due to its matter-related shortcomings, the P2 matter sensor is less functional than Aqara's excellent and cheaper P1 Zigbee motion sensor. In my opinion, you're dollars ahead by sticking with Aqara's P1 Zigbee sensor. Hey, as we wrap up, don't forget to check out my other videos related to the SmartThings and Homey hubs. You can find them here conveniently displayed on this window. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more smart home tech reviews and tutorials. Thanks for joining me today. Until next time, stay smart and stay connected.